All right, man. So we're officially vlogcasting, as Alma likes to put it. Yayona's channel. I like that. Welcome, everybody. Brother Mark is in the house. This is test number 3 of the vlogger.
Oh, wait, look here. This is when it looks the fullest.
Yeah, I like that, dude. I just again tried to re-upload that as the back picture, and for some reason,
the black light does to that.
Oh man, it just makes it pop, dude.
It really makes it explode, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. That is cool, dude.
It's like it changes. It's just like a neon sign. I didn't even mean to do that.
It does, dude. That's what I was thinking. It's like you said, a neon sign, man. That is cool.
Well, that's what I was shooting for, an old, hotel or some kind of old signage. And it says Flogger on there.
Flogger? That's...
Yeah, the F apostrophe is in there for me and Craig, the Scottish guy.
Oh, man. Oh, Craig, the Scottish guy. I like his
Craig,
work,
the
man.
Scottish guy here. And welcome to my channel. He's been back home lately. You know, the Iron Brew and Chris Plucky bloke. Look, Craig, the Scottish guy here. Hey, Craig, the Scottish guy here. And welcome to my channel. Yeah, he cracks me up. Whoa! Hello!
Hey.
Ozma.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm here.
You guys caught. Hey, it's Yoshi. Very cool. You guys caught me outside trying to work on my second and third vlogs that I'm gonna post eventually about our hike.
Your videos have been so good. I really like it when you say, come on, come with us.
Yeah, I'm bringing you with.
I don't know if you, like Mauricio pointed out to me, I say anyways a lot.
Uh-huh.
You invite us with you a lot, and I like it.
Yeah, that's my thing. I try to do that, and I try to always wear my necklace. You know how everybody has a thing or whatever? I figured mine would be, because Adam the Woo says, join me. And I've caught myself.
You, right?
Yeah, and I've caught
mine
myself.
has come fart around. We'll fart around later, or
yeah.
Mine's fart. Mine's always fart.
How is everyone?
I'm good.
I'm doing great. Yayona.
Yayuna.
Yayuna, I'm sorry.
Yuna.
Yeah, you got one of them hard names to pronounce.
It came from my nickname. It's my childhood nickname. My childhood nickname is Yaya. And
oh well, maybe if I were Borracho, I would say it perfecto. But I don't drink.
What?
So.
He said if he was drunk.
Borracho means drunk.
Oh.
See, I habla poquito.
I
mean, I've been down in Florida.
I know. They used to call me a wedo when I was driving in Oxnard, but all the Spanish ladies that I would pick up and take to their work, I was the only wedo they've ever tipped in their life.
Aww.
That means they liked me.
Well, you're a nice person. You're likable.
They would always bring me like burritos and tamales and
you're making me hungry.
Being in Southern California, it's not like getting the food here. It's different. What you like, Mark?
I got a lot of Spanish guys to work around, and I've got to know over the years. I like to turn them on to Indian food. And every single one of them come back to me, thanking me, telling me that they're eating curries and rice. And
oh,
I'm like, you guys don't know what you're missing if you haven't tried.
I haven't tried, so I don't know what I'm missing, brother, man.
Indian food is basically Spanish food in Asia. That's my own opinion.
Dude. Wow, that's cool.
I mean, they use different spices, but there's a lot of hot dishes, a lot of real spicy dishes, and there's a lot of cooked with chicken and rice. and it's all
And
good.
noodles.
And noodles.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. Love Indian food. So
Yeah,
good.
I like turning the, like the guys that are from Guatemala, only been here a year, don't speak any English, and I'm the only gringo they can talk to.
Very awesome. Very awesome.
Well, most Spanish guys can tell I'm not American within like 2 minutes of talking to me. They'll ask me where I'm from
Oh yeah.
because I don't sound like any American they've heard before. And I'm like, huh.
Which accent are you using?
This is my normal voice that I'm talking in right now. It's my Florida, I grew up in Florida voice.
Okay.
Only if I'm talking to mum on the phone do I sound like a limey, Only when I'm like, how's Nana, all that. My wife knows when I'm on the mobile with me mum though, because I've got the accent fixed, But most of the time I sound to me like a Florida boy, like Adam sounds or Jason sounds or anybody in Florida sounds. To me, they sound like us, which is just like a mix between a Southerner and a Northerner because there's a lot of Southerners and Northerners. Although there's a lot of ethnicity in Florida. I'll give Florida that. It's a melting pot. I worked with somebody from every part of this globe except Antarctica.
So you haven't been to Antarctica, man? Is that what you said? Sorry, I was seeing who was commenting.
I've never worked with somebody from Antarctica, but
Never.
every other continent, I've worked with somebody from that continent.
Sorry,
But
brother Mark. We had one of our viewers commenting Manny's life. He wanted to say hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey,
Manny's life. What's up, Manny? Manny's life.
Hi,
I've
Maddie.
seen that.
Manny's Mannys. Manny's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I subscribe
Manny's.
to that.
My apologies. Hi, Manny.
He goes, what's going on?
Nothing
So my
much.
kids were looking through my subscriptions today, and they're like, "Dad, how many people are you subscribed to?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Hundreds, new ones every day."
yeah. That's I try like every day to get somebody new.
Well,
It's hard to
with the
keep up,
group.
but
with the group and that post, which I didn't know if it was I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know if it was gonna work or not because people don't like to follow rules in groups, and I'm an administrator of certain groups that, trust me, people don't like to follow rules. But anyways, it has been working because I've gotten a couple followers, and the people who have paid attention to how the group works, I've gotten a new subscriber out of that almost every single day.
That's cool, man.
So it's a great idea. The pin post Thursday, Wednesday. Like, I didn't know because, like I said, I know some people just go to groups and flood them and then never react back, which I think is selfish. I try to comment and react, or at least send a heart back to everybody. Something.
Yeah, that's what I do, is try to do a heart, and I'll go through there and I'll see who I haven't or subscribed to and just click to subscribe. And then when I get a chance in the mornings or in the evening, I'll watch them.
Right now, I got so much stuff to watch on YouTube. I don't even watch TV anymore.
Oh no, I don't watch. That's what's a bummer. I have TV on my phone. I have direct TV on my phone that I'm still having to pay for my ex-wife. But as soon as that's done, I think I'm going to get rid of that. So, I mean, I watch it once in a great while. I'll watch like History Channel on my phone when I'm sitting in the bus. But I got a DVD player. I got DVDs, and on YouTube. That's how I met so many people.
There's so much stuff on YouTube to watch.
there's to quote
and to learn.
There is a plethora.
I learned how to unclog a sink. Well, the tub via YouTube.
Yep.
I
did too.
I use a snake and unclog our tub, our tubes, what do we call it? Pipes. Yes,
Do
it
your
was
sync?
it was really awesome, and I was really glad that they had posted that on YouTube. That's how I learned to do it.
You know,
Mhm.
every
I was so
karaoke
I was
song
happy.
I've done, I got off of
Mhm.
YouTube.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's
All the
cool.
Yeah.
karaoke I've been doing, because so you can get past copyright laws, karaoke's done in a different measure and a different tuning.
Oh, oh.
Because I wanted to have songs I like on my show in the background, I figured I don't sing the best, but heck it, I'll have songs in the background, and I'm going to end up here shortly. I'll have a playlist of like 30 or 40 songs. So when I'm painting and talking to people, I can play music. And not my music because I don't make music yet, but I'm working on it. I'm working
But
on
it's
it.
Oh, you make
your
music, man.
But I'm singing and doing karaoke on songs that I have on my own playlist anyways, you know. Oh, well, almost every song. Some of these songs are silly songs that people have requested, and I thought, sure, why not? I'm too sexy for my shirt. That's a funny song to cover. I don't have it on my playlist.
Right said Fred.
But why not?
I think that's correct.
Why not? Someone asked, you know.
Dude, it's crazy when I hear that, man, because I was 15 when that came out, that song.
You're older than
And
I am.
it was nuts because, being 15, you're just experiencing the world, and it kind of makes me think of it was my very first love, which is crazy. But it's just, being a kid and that time of that year when that came out, that was what was playing at the kid dances, when you take your little kitty girlfriend to the dance.
I got a couple other silly ones that people. Let me grab Andrew real quick.
I'm listening to you guys. No, I think YouTube is still a fairly it's a young audience, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a very young audience, but the older people are really getting hip to it now lately. They really have.
Because honestly, I think out of our crew, I'm one of the older ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of you guys are even younger than I.
Well, I'll be 41 in a few months in September. So surely you're not too much older than me.
No, I'm not that much, but I am.
Okay, cool.
So
I'll be
huh?
I'll be 38 in July.
38.
38. That was fun.
Well,
that was.
You gotta remember,
oh my goodness. Yeah.
I'm a homebody. I work and I come here. Only reason.
Well, you're a family man, brother. You're not a homebody. You're a family man, brother. I mean, you got
only
kids,
recently
man.
Because of my friends on Facebook and me wanting to break out of my shell, have I went places like, just out to dinner or the Parthenon twice now. Oh yeah.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. I like to check it out.
I'm not ready to go to Bonnaroo with you though, unless you want to drug me up, and then you're not going to have me. So.
Oh no, man! I want to do that to you, man. Like, my uncle is a doctor.
I can't go to one of those places and enjoy it without my heart pounding out of my chest, So, but I'm working on it. Oh yeah, here's one I gotta sing. Gnarls Barkley, Crazy. The Fugees, Killing Me Softly. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna sing the Fugees. Oh, Weird Al! I can't wait to sing the Weird Al.
So, how else has YouTube affected your life?
Me?
Yeah. I mean, you're slowly starting to be able to get out of the house and be around people.
Let's say Facebook in general. Okay, Facebook. I reconnected with Jason Shimbera, Vincent Chihuly, Salvador Van Gogh, Adam Carter, whatever he wants to call himself now.
Yeah, but that's cool. He's a cool cat.
On Facebook 5 years ago. We've been friends since 3rd grade. And then watching him paint, I was liking his paintings. And then I got this digital drawing and I started doing drawings. And then he was like, dude, you need to paint. And then as he got to know me and hear me do all my voices to him, and we're BSing back and forth, and he's hearing that I'm more theatrical than he ever seen before, you know, and he's just like, why aren't you in a band? And I'm like, because I can't go to crowds without being uncomfortable. I can't go anywhere. I can't be in an elevator. I can't be on a packed job site without crawling out of my skin if there's that many people there. That's just you know, and I could if I got drugged up, but I don't want to be on drugs.
Yeah, you want to enjoy the show. I know what you're saying.
So for the past
Sorry,
10 or 13 years of raising my kids, I have sheltered myself to a house and work. And then I eventually started painting, and I thought, oh, I can do that every day because I don't go nowhere. And, you know, that's me. I still paint every day.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And you paint good. I mean, you're not just, you're like a drawer. It's like you like that. Is that a wolf behind you?
Hey, 1,000 days ago, I could not have done this.
Wow. Brad the bus.
The reason I started painting
How many
every day
has
was
it
because,
been, Mark? It's been over 1,000 days, right?
right. I just say 1,000, you know. Because
But
what,
you're
it
at
was like 1,080
1,010?
days ago or whatever, I don't know. But 1,000 days ago, 1,000-something days ago, when I decided to paint every day because Adam the Woo did his daily vlog, and I watched his first one and caught up with him and noticed he got better, noticed he figured out what he liked, noticed he found out his own catchphrases, a plethora of almighty goodness, petunias. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, yeah. You know,
My favorite of his is
He's-
slightly
he's like, get in
terrifying.
the chopper. Get in the, look into my eyes. That's right. Look into that. Look into my eyes. You know, he found his audience. He found his niche. And I was like, I can do all those things. I got all that creativeness in me. And then it took, you guys won't believe this because you're newer friends, really. But it took a year of people in my art groups and in the Adam the Woo group, just the administrators, of me messaging back and forth with them, sending them some videos of silliness. Them pressurizing me to talk me into even doing what I'm doing. I used to not even want to show you my face, so I've come a long way. I've come a long way.
I remember when you were thinking about doing it, man. We were talking back and forth on Messenger quite a bit.
Actually, I think you were, Brad, you might be old. I think you were one of the people I sent a couple of my test videos to.
Yep. You
I
sure
sent
did,
like
man.
a dozen friends test videos to get their reaction because I was so nervous that, I mean, I'm still, the thought of a Mark Fun Jones meetup, unless it's virtual like this, I don't know.
I see what you're saying, man. But maybe through this, you'll come out of that shell. You never know. You know, vlogging it does a lot of things for people. It really does.
Well, I mean,
you know?
I've worked on my anxiety over the past couple of years to where when I went out to eat with the wife and kids, and it wasn't that bad. When we went to the Parthenon, there was only one point where some traffic got by us and there was a bunch of people standing there. Did I feel like, well, let's go over here? Because that's what, I mean, my buddy who's coming over with the boat in a minute, he's kind of a roughneck Tennessean, you know, his nickname is Booger. Everybody calls him Booger.
I've known a Booger.
He's pretty much my best friend. But he's coming over here. And he says to me the other day, because I had never even told him, he says, what is anxiety? And I explained it to him, and he goes, you sure that ain't one of them fake diseases? And I just looked at him, I said, Booger, don't piss me off. He goes, all right, I'm kidding with you.
Wow.
But he didn't even know, because he's like, why can't you just go to Walmart? Anybody can go to Walmart.
No.
What do you want, boy? Oh, man. We'll take him to it. My little vlogger over here, Chris, he likes to stay behind the camera. But But he's like, Dad, there's something you need to film outside.
Uh-oh. So this is the great thing about vlog casting. It's live, man. This is cool.
Can you see it?
You can do it from anywhere.
Oh, it's a rainbow. Nice.
Wow.
Look at that. Welcome to
That's
the Vlogger
gorgeous.
Show and a rainbow.
Nice.
That's cool. That's really cool, man.
Did you guys notice I
Look,
actually
thank
recorded
Chris. I stuck
the
it.
neighbor kid jumping off of his roof onto a trampoline?
Oh, I would have done that when I was a kid. Oh, you shouldn't have heard that.
Yeah, but while you guys were talking, I don't know if people caught it. The neighbor kid was jumping off his roof off onto the trampoline, so I quick got it and then turned back to you guys. That is the beauty about this. You can be mobile.
Well, I went all out when I decided to vlog, and I bought, or I'm renting the iPhone 7. Because Adam and Jason basically said to me that if you're going to do it, you need either an iPhone or a good camera. And I didn't want to go buy a camera, so I got this fancy. I bought that Android, which is my Andrew profile, which I've decided is for people who communicate with me.
Yeah.
I'm only going to have friends on the Andrew profile if we've gotten to know each other and you communicate with me. Because there's so many people on my other profile that Facebook's going to tell me to get rid of it eventually, and I'll only be able to have a fan page. Justin Scarlett, Adam the Woo.
Oh, okay.
Once you hit a certain number on your fan page, you have to get rid of your profile.
It's like 10,000, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But you can't keep a personal one between
No, that's
you
what
and
I'm
your
saying.
family.
You have to get like that. What Andrew is. That's basically what Andrew is. Sorry, I had to wipe you off. You were all wet.
Oh.
I thought you dropped it. I was like, oh.
Sorry. It's raining. But I wanted to say
raining.
That's beautiful there. Look at that behind you. That's beautiful.
Isn't it? I wish I could figure out
Yeah.
to turn the phone around. Oh, wait.
Just there you go.
There we go. That's better.
Really pretty.
And now I can be under the porch. Ooh, there's a little bit
There
of
you go.
lightning over there. It's like the rainbow stops at the right there into a cloud. I
Wow.
might have to paint like that one of these days. I love my neighborhood. I got, like, if you look down, I bet you that house at the bottom, right there, is 200 feet lower than my feet. Because we live in a
It's like a
bunch of
valley.
valleys.
Yeah. Wow.
Many valleys.
Tennessee is beautiful, man.
You guys still there? Yeah, really.
I just got a text from Booger. He will be
Hey,
in
Booger.
5 minutes, so I'm going to have to end my part of the broadcast.
Okay.
Thanks for joining, though, my friend. I'm so glad you're a part of this, brother.
Yeah,
Seriously,
I definitely want to be a part of it, and I want to promote as many of you as I can together. I think the circle of goodness could really turn into the circle of greatness in this world. I do.
It already has, man. It already has. It really has, because
And
I've
look,
met some really
it's on
cool
all the
people.
way. Oh wow! It does the whole thing now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, one into the other.
Yeah, now. Oh, that side's really bright.
It's like a double one, isn't it?
No, it's just really, really, really bright. I mean, the colors are really defined on that one.
It's not a double rainbow? It looks like a double rainbow from our end here.
No.
It does look like a double rainbow.
All right,
It's
well,
beautiful.
thanks for having me. I'll see you guys on the next show.
Thanks, brother Mark. You have a great night, man.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
brother. This is fun to do. This really is.
This is
I was
very
talking.
Go ahead. I'm
I was
sorry.
talking to I was talking to Brother Mark about it today via messaging, and how I really want to, hammer down on this, and we were talking about rules. We want to make it family friendly. We really do, because there's kid vloggers out there. I think her name's Dee, who was on the other night with us.
Yes, Dee. Yes, they vlog. Yeah.
Yeah. So we definitely got to keep it family friendly, and also I want to make sure our show is about not being a critical vlogger show. I don't want to be critical towards other vloggers. I don't want to put other vloggers down.
Want to be.
Yeah. So those are the two rules. I guess I don't like to say rules, because we all don't follow the rules sometimes, but sometimes I guess call it boundaries. Boundaries. Okay. And then of course number 3 that we talked about, just no broadcasting while people have been drinking.
Yeah.
As I was telling Brother Mark, we that's all I can think of. And
yeah, are you considering doing with themes in mind, or certain areas of conversation, or is it just going to be a free?
Well, what I was thinking about doing is Google Hangouts allows us to have up to 8 people on. So I was like explaining to Mark, I'd like to have 4 co-hosts that are willing to be a part of it, once a week. I don't know what day it is. I want it to work with everybody's schedule. If it's a Friday, if it's a Saturday, but I need 4, at least 4. It don't have to be 4. It could be 2. It could be 3. That are open for that night of air broadcast, because those vloggers, those co-host vloggers, will have access to this channel, so they can, broadcast. Let's say if I'm not here, if I was working somewhere, or something happened, they would have access to that channel, and they would be able to run the show that night. Gives the 3 or 4 co-hosts a chance to put promo videos out. Promo videos is the key. It really puts out what your channel is. If my channel on the Westphalia Chronicles has a whole bunch of promos. Tonight I stuck an old video. I used to kind of make music videos when I started doing my channel, and I stuck an old music video from last summer I made. It's called Oddball. So I stuck that on there because I got a YouTube copyright off of a free YouTube song today. So I couldn't use my time lapse from the storm. I have a time lapse from the storm the other night. And so I put some classical music on it. I can't remember who the person was. They were French, but the name of the classical music was the Rite of Spring. So it went right along with the music and the thunder and the lightning, and when the rain came, you couldn't hardly see. This is all on time lapse, and it was free music, but they said I couldn't put it in my vlog today because it was copyrighted material. But I was like, well, it's free. It came off your guys' list, so
yeah.
I went ahead and put my own music video in back in the day.
I think you can fight it. I think you're able to say no. I think you might be able to, but you probably just wanted to get it back up again. So makes sense.
It's weird because it's in my.
No, go ahead.
I was saying it's weird because it's uploaded to my channel. I can't make it public, and I can't even re-edit it. So I'm like, it's a bummer. So I just basically got to erase it and upload it, re-upload it again, and put different tunes to it. That's all I have to do.
Oh my goodness.
But so I use my own little music tonight.
Okay. Oh my goodness. That's just craziness. So, okay, I'm just trying to get a feel for what this is about, and this is it's pretty fun also, and being able to interact with people, knowing we're all in different country, or different parts of the world. You never know. You might get somebody who's in different places. That's
Well, I'm
just
actually waiting for Rachel to pop in right now. Rachel Blackmore. She lives in England, and she's a vlogger slash blogger, and she's part of the crew. She's part of the vloggers crew, and I've been following her for a few months, and she's been following me. So I invited her. I was like, just if you have Gmail, just sign up for Google Hangouts and follow the link and join us. And so I'm hoping she pops in. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning in the UK though, right now.
oh, okay, yeah.
But she said she'll join. I just seen a message from her on Facebook earlier, right when Mark and I started broadcasting. So
Okay.
I'll check it again. But yeah, to answer your question from earlier, what I was gonna do was, if let's say if we had 4 vloggers, that gives us 4 more for guests for each week. We could have 4 more guest vloggers that come, or celebrity vloggers, or actual celebrities, because of course we'll have celebrities on. But that's what I was wanting to do. I was going to have time slots for all the vloggers to talk about their channels, and then like an open talk discussion and all that. That's why I'm doing these test shows to hammer out the details. Like with brother Mark. Mark said he's down to join, and so I was explaining to him I like to find at least 3 other people if they're wanting to join, just to be part of the crew. And
I wouldn't mind joining. I could be a backup if you find other people that fit a little better. But I don't mind being a backup. Support.
Alrighty.
I can be a support person. How's that sound?
That sounds great. Because all it is I just want to set like the show down either a Friday night or a Saturday night, or a weekday once, on the weekdays sometime. It seems like the weekend is good for some people it's not. Weekdays are good for some other people. When we did that vlogger show, we were doing it every Wednesday night. That's when we were doing it back then. So, but that wasn't by my choice or Jay's choice. It was the guy who was vlogcasting the channel, or vlogcasting that vlogger's channel, or that show. It wasn't even the channel; it was his own channel. So,
well, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good. Pretty excited. Yeah, we have some really great people on the vloggers crew. So
yeah, we really do. We really do. That's why I think it's still new to them, like Google Hangouts and whatnot. I see that Scott Yukin is doing more live shows on YouTube. He's doing like video games and whatnot. That's really cool. I was like, nice. So I'd like to get him on sometime. That would be really neat.
Yeah, it's really I love his vlogs. I'm really enjoying getting to explore Japan, vicariously via his vlogs. It's really awesome.
Yes.
I really enjoy vlogs. And I hadn't really watched his vlogs until we started the vlogging crew.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to meet a lot of people. It's really opened a lot of doors. I've met, like I said yesterday, we were talking. I really feel like I've really found, I don't know. Sometimes you meet people and you never know what they're all into and everything. And in this community, I've seemed to have found people that, they love to travel. They love to, you love movies. You love, 80s stuff. You love, all of these things that I enjoy. I've met a lot of people that enjoy the same thing because, believe it or not, and you feel kind of odd sometimes, and then all of a sudden you meet more and more people that really enjoy and that are comfortable, and they love to share information, and they love to share where they've gone, and it just really, it's a fun community. It's a very encouraging community. Enjoy it so much. I really
Yes, it's just good people. It really is. Like that's how I met Jay, just through vlogging, doing the experience. It just really is. It's a whole good, I guess you could say, adventure. It really is. That's why yesterday it really occurred to me when we're vlogging. It is a lot of work to take the pictures and video and set up everything, but we all need to make sure we take the chance to sit back and enjoy the moment of what it is.
Yes.
Without a camera and whatnot, because that's what we're there for, is not just to document it, but be a part of it for just a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Yes, because when you're behind the camera, whether it be in filming or, videoing or photography, you're so busy, you're getting into the shot, you're thinking about the way it's done, the way it's forces you from the moment. So it totally makes sense. Like the other day when we went hiking, I recorded a lot. Sure, I purposefully put my cell phone in my bag
Mm-hmm.
and enjoyed my time with my husband and enjoyed the beauty of the scenery and just took it all in and breathed it all in. Yeah, you really
That's good.
you really
Yeah.
have, because otherwise, okay, yeah, you'll have it for posterity and you'll be able to look back on it, but then you'll think about it and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't remember that. I was
Mm-hmm.
doing blah blah blah. So yeah, definitely, it's great to video, but it's even more important to experience it and take it in, and
Yeah.
that's what
That's why I'm
travel.
excited to get back on Route 66 again. I'm excited just to get back on that road.
Oh yeah, that's really
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I mean, it wasn't so very long ago. I mean, 60 years ago, you know.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
it's not 100 years. Yeah.
Nope. No, but it does follow one of the oldest trails in America. It was like the original cattle rustling trail. It's a neat history to learn about Route 66 from Chicago to all the way to California. It was a trail used by Native Americans. That's how the pioneers followed an old trail. That was the Native Americans made Route 66.
So I was not aware of that part. That's pretty awesome.
Yep, yep. They followed the original, native trail.
Really?
That's why when you travel Route 66, the train's not too far off, because they followed, even with the trains, the trails by the natives. So
Because they always found the easiest route, the
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
safest with water.
Yep. Yep.
Um, okay, well that's pretty cool. I never knew that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been on Route 66 in certain parts of Arizona, and I
Mm-hmm.
think certain parts, but not fully. But yeah, it's really fun, and it's really neat. You can say, "Oh, I was there."
Yeah. Arizona is one of my favorite stretches of Route 66. When I think of Route 66, I think of Arizona, that sun dropping and how it turns orange and the different colors, I love Arizona. I really do. I wouldn't mind living there. I honestly wouldn't. I think I would rather live in like the Flagstaff area. It's beautiful up there. I know it gets snowy and cold and whatnot, but
They
it's
just had
mm-hmm.
it just snowed there the other day.
Yep. Yep.
Here in southeastern Arizona, where we're at, the town we live in, it gets up to an elevation of 12,000 and 13,000 feet. The snow just melted last week from it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but
I know it gets hot in Tucson though.
we are no longer in Tucson, but we lived in Tucson for 17 years, and yeah, but Tucson has Mount Lemmon. Here in this town, we have a place called Mount Graham.
Mount Ram.
Mount
Wow.
Graham.
Oh, Graham.
Graham Mountain? Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, and oh, you're right. It is beautiful. There's times I really miss, I was raised in Michigan and I really miss Michigan. I miss the green and I miss water. I love the mountains. I love the skies here.
Hmm.
Gosh, when it's beautiful, it's beautiful. You know, you know, when you're in cities that are a little bit larger, like Tucson or Phoenix and stuff, there's more of a nightlife. So,
Hmm.
you know, people really, you know, why there's a nightlife, because during the day when it's so hot, kind of
Yeah.
then stays cool, stays chill, and then when the sun is setting, that's when life begins, you know.
I can
And
imagine. I can imagine. I've been through Tucson in December at one time. It was what, years and years ago, but I can remember swimming in a swimming pool in the middle of December in Tucson, Arizona. I was just blown away about that.
and
Outside.
people from Tucson were probably looking at you going, swimming, it's cold. Because when it gets to 50, we bust out the park.
I just remember being so warm, like it seemed like summer to be there.
Yeah. And we're like, oh, it's cold.
Well, that's how it is, you know, growing up in Southern California. You know, it hits 65 degrees. You're throwing on your hoodie and it's cold. It's cold, cold.
Yes. My husband and I went about 10 years ago to California, and
Uh-huh.
it got cool to us. We were in Long Beach, and then we went to Huntington Beach, and we were walking, I don't know where else we were, but it was cold on a sweatshirt. And I remember my family going, I'm sorry it's so hot. And I'm like, hot? It's cold.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of hot.
You know,
It
have
was,
you ever heard the saying, the coldest winter I've ever spent is the summer in San Francisco?
no.
Yep. That's actually that's the saying in San Francisco. The coldest winter you ever spend is the summer in San Francisco.
Oh, Bert. Okay.
Well, it gets I lived in San Francisco for 2 summers, and you're always wearing pants and a hoodie because that fog's constantly rolling in and just cooling off the Bay Area.
Oh,
But
man.
it makes you always hungry for like Chinese food and you know like clam chowder and stuff like that. You know, like fresh fish. I don't know. San Francisco was different than living in Los Angeles. It was a whole nother type of vibe. I liked San Francisco. I liked Los Angeles. It's like I'd be in San Francisco and not miss Los Angeles, and then be back in Los Angeles and miss San Francisco. And they're two different vibey cities. But my favorite place in Los Angeles, and I hung out every weekend there that I had off, was Venice Beach. I would with the ex, we would go down to Santa Monica Pier and rent a couple bikes and ride all up and down that place for hours and hours and hours. It's a cool place.
That would be
Sorry?
that would be an awesome place to go to and do some people watching. You
Oh,
know?
we did. That's how we seen Usher. He came just bebopping by, and Nicole's like, "Was that Usher?" And I was like, "It sure was."
Yeah.
But we've even seen Arnold Schwarzenegger down there. We've seen so many celebrities down there by just people watching, because when I was living in Southern California, my rent was $1,000 a month for a little bitty place. And so
Whoa.
all we did was work. But when we had time off, we had money to spend, but we didn't have money to spend to go to like Disneyland or Universal Studios. So we would opt to go to like Venice Beach, places where you pay like $5 to park, spend $20 all day to rent a bike, Or we would go down to Hollywood to the Walk of Stars, you know, spend $10 in the park, our car there. We'd walk around for hours reading all the stars, the Hollywood stars. We were there the day that Captain Jack Sparrow got in a fight with Catwoman. Got arrested. It was great.
So people, that would be funny.
Yep.
Well, no, that's fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Some vlog, you know, because people like me that aren't able to get all the way over there see something like that, and you're like, oh my goodness.
It was that's what we did living in. And same thing when we were up in San Francisco, because we were working for the same RV company. And when we were in San Francisco, because we didn't have much money, but we had money to go do stuff. Like we would go down to Chinatown and eat. Have you ever had real Chinese rice? Like not like the Chinese rice from like a Chinese restaurant, like authentic rice.
I've been to Chinatown in New York City. I've been to Chinatown in LA.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like LA. So you understand when you eat just a small cup, bowl of rice, right?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff expands in your tummy. And my poor ex-wife had 2 bowls of rice and the rest of her food. And I felt so bad for her because she wasn't expecting that rice to expand.
Oh, poor thing. But I bet it tasted good, but still you're in pain afterwards. You're like, oh.
She was. But we would do stuff like that. Or we would ride over to Oakland and go check out the different stuff they had over in Oakland. Just cheap stuff. That's why I was telling Adam to go to San Francisco when I seen Adam the Woo. I was like, you just go up there, man. I was like, you could actually live up there pretty cheaply if you knew how to do it.
I was born in California and I lived there, well, on and off kind of go. And lived in California in Long Beach. I was born in Long Beach. And I remember as a little girl, Mom, my stepdad would take us to this park that had a ton of roses. I don't know what it's called. And there was a museum by there. And the museum had mummies.
Oh, well, it wasn't the Gettysburg Museum, was it?
I was such a little girl. I can't name.
I think it's the Gettysburg.
Roses, I mean, the real name because we just called it El Parque de las Rosas. So the Rose Park. But there was a museum. It was with columns in the front. He's in there. And it was really awesome. Check out the mummies and stuff. And California seems pretty fun, you know. I mean, out here we have a lot of cool stuff too, but you know, there's so much variety out there. It seems like out here, you know, more than likely most of my videos, most of my vlogs are going to be hiking.
Well, that's your neck of the woods. That's what it's about. People, when I worked for the RV rental company, you wouldn't believe how many Europeans were going to like the southeastern part of Arizona, the southwestern part of New Mexico in their RVs, because that's where they wanted to go experience. They wanted to go to the great Southwest desert.
Oh yeah.
And so I like videos like that.
I'm planning on taking people with me to out here. There's a rock hound area where that we live in. There's a lot of copper. There's a copper mine about an hour away. This is a mining town. We're considered a mining town. They opened a mine here. So on the way to the mines, there's the Rockhound area where it used to be an old ancient lava flow, and something and it did something to the dirt and the lava where you get fire agates, and they allow you to go onto the land, go and you can rock hound for fire agates.
Wow.
So summer's coming in, so I'm not going to be able to take people this summer because it's just not to go out there like that.
Oh, I can imagine.
I'm planning on taking people with me to that because it's really cool. There's the right area. There's like a river that flows around here, and it's really pretty down there. It's a conservation area. I'm planning on taking people to the mountain with me. It's just, to get to Tucson or get to Phoenix, it's like 2 or 3 hours to get there. So,
Mhm.
and driving, there's fun stuff to do in Phoenix. There's fun stuff to do in Tucson. There's a lot of fun stuff in Arizona. In Lake Havasu, I don't know, have you been through Lake Havasu?
Yeah, I sure have.
So did you drive on the,
Sorry, you're just cutting out.
did you drive on the London Bridge in Lake Havasu?
Yes, I sure did when I was a kid. I used to fly radio control airplanes, and they had a big, they still do have a big contest there. They also have a big VW bus camp out. It's called buses near the bridge, and I've always wanted to go to that thing since I've had my VW bus.
Yeah.
I will someday though. Yeah, it's a big deal. If you ever get a chance, you should see. It's a car show too, but it's called Buses by the Bridge. There's probably a couple thousand VW buses there.
Nice.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
they travel all over the world and all over the country to there.
My husband and I are hoping this coming year in 2018 to go up to Las Vegas. There's this thing called Viva Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
It's vintage. That's what we want to go to. We want to go up there too.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's unfortunately where I was married, but I was also living in Vegas when I worked for that RV company. I'd live in Vegas, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and so yeah, I know Vegas pretty well. It's a crazy place. It's a real crazy place, but it's fun. I had so much fun there. I had cabbies fight for me for my fare. I mean, literally get down and start duking with each other, and I was like, "Screw you two, man. You guys are weird." I walked across the street and just got another cabbie.
Yeah, no, thank you. We usually go to Fremont Street.
Oh yeah, Fremont's yep, that's it. That's old Vegas. That's fun.
Yeah, we love the old school Vegas. We've stayed at the Golden Gate Hotel, which was the very first hotel there in Vegas. That's that one that when you see, you know how there's that one hotel that, well, we stayed at the Golden Gate. My husband's right here, so he's like, Golden Gate, and I'm like, no, that's where we stayed. But that one hotel that's kind of like in Back to the Future 2, that they say, oh, this is Biff's hotel or whatever. But
Oh yeah. That they used it in the or that Stephen King movie. Oh, what the heck was that movie? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But okay, so the Golden Gate is right there, kitty corner from it. And it was the very, very first hotel in, hotel casino in Vegas.
That's cool.
There, and it was really nice because they'd actually remodeled it, but they kept it kind of vintage, like their showers, so it's still kind of like the original showers. So and the hallways are narrow and stuff, and yeah, it's really fun to stay downtown. I really enjoy old school Vegas. It just has such a different, it has a different vibe, kind of like you were saying, the difference between LA and San Francisco. Mm-hmm. So have you been to Portland?
Oh, I've been through Portland, Oregon. I went through there twice when I was bringing back. Sorry?
What'd you think of Portland? Did you like the vibe there? What did you think about it?
I stopped there to play disc golf. It was just like Seattle when I came through. It was a little rainy and cool. I liked it. But I stopped there long enough to play disc golf. And I was out there. I was bringing motorhomes back from Seattle, Washington, back to Los Angeles. My boss would fly me up there. I'd pick him up and drive him back. As soon as I dropped him off for a day, I'd fly back, pick up another motorhome, come back. But Portland, Oregon, it seems like a really cool place. I liked Oregon. I have a lot of friends that live there, so.
Oregon is just amazing. We went up there to visit, and Oh my gosh, we love that place. I love the vibe in Portland. Seattle was fun. Seattle was
Uh-huh.
so much fun, but Portland, there was just something about it. It kind of reminded me a lot of Tucson. You know,
Oh, that's
Tucson is
cool.
a different vibe from Phoenix.
Hmm.
Tucson is laid back and it's kind of hippie-ish and it's kind of, you know, there's a saying, you know, if you need to make it, just as long as you can crawl to Tucson, you can build yourself up again. You know,
Oh,
it's
wow.
still, it's so, you know, and it's true. I know when I moved down from Michigan to Tucson, um, I arrived with 2 suitcases. That's it, and got a
Two
lot more than
suitcases.
2 suitcases of clothes. That's it, two. And I'll just say I have a lot more than that now. You know, I'm
Jeez.
grateful. You know, if you can make it to Tucson, you'll be all right. You can make it. You can make it. So, but
It's kind of like the New York saying. That's cool. I never heard that about Tucson.
yeah, if you could just crawl to Tucson, you it's I don't know. We've moved from Tucson. We live in a small town here in the southeastern part of Arizona, like I said, and it's lovely here. Nice. We have really nice neighbors and everything, but it's, you know, I kind of miss Tucson
Oh, that's
though.
cool.
Though it's and I get to travel a little more, and you know, we're about 45 minutes from the New Mexico border and
Mhm.
from all of these historical things. So I'll take it. I'll stay here.
I have been to Astoria, Oregon. I did stop there as well. I stayed the night
Goonies?
at an RV park. Astoria, is
That's
it
what
Astoria? Yeah.
I awesome.
Sorry.
How is that where the Goonies was filmed?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't seen the house and all that jazz. It was cool. I enjoyed it.
Did you do the truffle shuffle in front of it?
No, I sure didn't. It was raining. It was raining. I drove the RV. I was in a large Marge type of RV, and I drove up there and got out and looked out. This is before, long before vlogging ever came about, and it was cool. I even stayed a week in Preston, Idaho. Have you heard of Preston, Idaho?
I'm drawing a blank.
Uncle Rico. Does Uncle Rico sound familiar to you?
Oh
Or
my God.
Pedro? Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite's hometown. Yeah, I was stuck there for a week.
Oh my God.
my my boss rented a really nice motorhome, and these people took it up to Mount Zion or Zion Park, Utah. It's way up there. Anyways, they broke down over by Preston, Idaho. So my boss flew me to Salt Lake City, Utah, and then I had to rent a car to Preston, Idaho, where they were at. And they flew back. They took the car back. And I had to go to the nearest little itty bitty Hertz that was like in 4 towns over. And all they had was a bright red Mustang. Bright red Mustang. And so that's what I had for a week while the motorhome was getting repaired. So I just hung out in Preston, Idaho for a week.
Did you go?
It was so fun.
Did you go to all the sites and everything? Were you able to?
Oh yeah. And this is when I started learning how to find movie locations. Just Google it. I found one website that was giving you GPS coordinates, and I would just type it in the GPS and go. It's pretty cool. I got pictures of Pedro's house, of course, Napoleon's house, the high school. And it's an itty bitty town. It's a little bitty town.
Okay.
Itty bitty town. And Mormon, the whole neck of the woods, Mormon. So every county's dry. There's no booze, no beer, nothing to do in that town. I feel sorry for the teenagers. And I had nothing to do. I had nothing to do but go.
Town too.
Sorry.
This is a Mormon town here where we live too.
Oh, so it's a dry county then, huh?
Um,
Yeah, no booze.
there are bars, but everything
Or oh wow.
well, there's 2 or 3 bars. But everything's pretty much closed. I mean, right now, downtown's closed, everything's closed.
Wow.
Restaurant closed. I mean, unless it's a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah. So
But I had a good time. I had a good time just hanging out there. The hotel was the next town over, which was like maybe 12 miles, and they had one of those Holiday Inn Expresses is what they had. It's where the crew stayed at for Napoleon Dynamite, and so that's where I stayed at.
that is fun. So what kind of adventures have you had on your travels? I mean, I know most of my travels when I was much younger, straight out of
Uh-huh.
high school, I went out east to be a nanny. When I graduated from high school in Michigan, hopped on a bus like a week after graduating from high school, hopped on a bus and I went to New Jersey to be a nanny. And so most of my adventures end with us getting chased a lot.
Oh, getting chased.
Yes, in New York City. We were chased by a homeless guy through like Washington Square Park.
Square Park, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow.
the one that, like, if you've ever seen the movie When Harry Met Sally and you see that arch thing or whatever, that's that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there we got chased. We got chased by a homeless guy on drugs, and
Oh, that's Albuquerque. You should go check out Albuquerque. That's Albuquerque.
no, what's in Albuquerque?
Homeless people chasing you around with drugs.
Oh. No, this was in New York, and I mean, I remember, oh my gosh, yeah, we were chased, and he chased us into Soho,
Mm-hmm.
and that's right there, that area, all the little shops around there, and we ended up going into a shop to get away from him, and since this is a family-friendly show, I won't say what kind of a shop it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was 18 years old, and I was shocked.
You're shocked.
There were many things on the walls and many postcards with many different kind of pictures of people.
Artwork.
It was.
Some people say.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. So
Mhm.
So when I was younger, most of my adventures ended, and then we got chased.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How old
I
were
always
you
had
when this happened?
I was 18.
Oh, 18? Wow. See,
Get out of
I had a similar situation happen in New York, but I was a lot younger. I was 13 when that happened. Yeah, I was there for a school trip. We stayed there for 4 days in New York City and 3 days in Washington, D.C. But 2 of the nights in New York City, me and 4 of the other guys that were in my room paid the security guard on our floor because they had security guards at the hotel we stayed at just for the high school kids on each floor, boys on one floor, girls on the other. Well, each of us in our room, because we were told this is what they'll do, not by the teachers, by other people who went on this trip. If you give that security guard $20, each of you, he'll let you go and hang out in New York by yourself. And that's what we did. But my buddy Mason, the year before that, just moved to California from Manhattan, so he knew the area. The first night we went and ate. We snuck out. We paid to get out. We went and ate at Roy's Famous Pizza, which was in the movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
We were flip. That's when I got addicted to filming locations. I was like, wow, that was my first experience with that. And then the next night, Mason took us to the Ghostbusters firehouse. I was flipping out, man. Yeah. But we ended up back in Soho of all places because you said Soho,
Uh-huh.
and reason we went to Soho because they had another Roy's Pizza and it was on the way back from the firehouse. It was another direction it was coming from. So that's the very first time I ever seen, since it's a family friendly, a man trying to be a woman,
Ah!
let's say, and he offered us drugs, and
No.
I was like, I looked at him, I was like, I'm too young. I don't know why I said that, but that's what I said. And we all left. We took the pizza and left. And I remember as I was walking, the owner of the pizza place was like yelling at that guy, like, and we made a beeline for the subway and then to get to Manhattan.
It's quite an experience going there, especially, you know, if you're young and it's your first time out there, and oh man, there's just so much.
But that security guard from us, just us alone, made $200 in 2 nights. That was $20 a person. That's 5 of us. 20, 40, 60, 80, $100 right there in one night. Next night, there's another $100.
Dang.
And that's what kids was telling us. I was in the 7th grade. In the 7th grade, that's when you went on that trip. Everybody in the 6th grade, they knew. By the 7th grade, yeah. But most kids would just go out and just like hang out in the front or whatever they did, or go upstairs and make out with the girls upstairs. That's what that was the big deal. No, we went and we went and hung out. We got the real tour from a local. That's why it was fun. You know, we could have got a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah.
This was at the same time that they were filming Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. So our tour guide actually took us by a couple of the times they were filming that.
See, you guys got to do some really, so you've really been into filming locations, huh?
That's when I got into it. And then when, after that, moved here and got to experience Twister. They filmed Twister here. That was fun. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Twister with Bill Paxton. Yeah, they filmed that whole movie in my town my parents live, and I got to see that get filmed. So I was all about finding Oklahoma filming locations when I was young, and then it just keeps growing.
That is pretty awesome. Those are some great experiences. See, that's. Although you might want to just stop right now. Does your mom watch your vlog?
Oh well, yeah, she does.
You might want to stop right here and tell her sorry.
About the New York thing.
Sorry.
Oh, she knows. I told her here like years and years ago about that, and she was angry, but she was just like, I just don't believe that.
Well, at least, you made it through safe, so thankfully, but don't try this. Try doing that. Don't do that.
Yeah. No, yeah. Especially today. Today's society's even no, stranger danger first.
Yes. Kids
yes, for all the youngest. Yes, stranger danger. And so they're still doing those school trips today. When I moved back to California, I actually got to hang out with some of my school teachers that were my teachers that were really, like, I thought were like, mean, but I got to know them through disc golf as I was an adult. And I found out that that school, my old junior high, are still doing that for the eighth graders. It's the 8th graders. And,
so they're a little bit older, but still.
Yeah, it was 8th grade. 7th grade, we went to Catalina Island.
Okay, off of Long Beach. Okay, yeah.
And then in the 8th grade, we went to New York City. The 6th grade, we did outdoor school. 7th grade was Catalina, and then the 8th grade was New York City. Those were the school trips we went on.
That's quite a jump. That's quite a jump there. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to ask for your forgiveness. I do have to.
Oh, don't know. It's fine.
I've enjoyed myself. Thank you for allowing me to be on.
Well, thank you for joining. I've enjoyed it. I'm grateful for everybody's presence. So
and hopefully we can get some more people to join in next time.
Oh yeah, I'll start sending emails out and stuff, and I just wait till about 15 minutes before, and that's when I send the link. You know, like I did tonight. I even put the link for anybody to join, like we're doing right now, onto the vloggers crew. That's what I'm gonna do. You know,
Yeah, we'll
if we ever have spots open.
promote it too and be like, hey, come join us, because
Mm-hmm.
this is actually pretty fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
You know?
I enjoy it too. I enjoy it too. Like I said, when we get up and going, each vlogger is gonna have, you know, a little segment of time they get to tell about their channel and what they do, and then after all the vloggers do that, we have free time. We can interview each other. We chit like we're doing now. That's why I like it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed hearing about your adventures. You know, it's good
Oh
to.
man.
I love hearing about people's stories from when they travel. You know, it's all about the adventures you have. You know, and
Did I tell you about Marilyn Manson's dad on my last adventure down Route 66 before this past one?
no.
Yeah. Mr. Hugh Warner Sr. Marilyn Manson's real name is Hugh Warner Jr. That's Manson's real name. It's
Okay.
Junior. His real name is Junior. Yeah. When I was driving down 66, you'd have to jump on I-40 quite a bunch, because 66 is not fully there no more. I-40, when they built it, they built a lot over it. Well,
Okay.
This little yellow Corvette kept passing by me and honking. When I got to Tucumcari to gas up, this guy jumps out, pulls in there to gas up too, and he's liking my bus, and we just start talking. And he goes, "Do you like music?" And of course I do. And what kind of music? And then he asked me if I ever listened to Marilyn Manson. I was like, when I was a kid. He goes, "Well, that's my son." I felt bad because I was like, when I was a kid. He goes, "Well, that's my son." And he signed the bus and all that. And as soon as he left, I had to Google him. And oh yeah, it's his dad. And you can totally tell they're pops and sons.
Really?
It's yeah. He follows me on Facebook. We're good friends on Facebook, and they're actually a legit, straight up wholesome family. Just about 4 years ago, Marilyn Manson lost his mom to Alzheimer's, and
Aw.
that's why Hugh was on Route 66, because when they would go to LA all the time from Ohio, from Ohio, they would come down and pick up Route 66 and drive down to Los Angeles to see their son. So he just continues that. But what he does now is he basically stays with his son on tour.
Okay.
And so yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah. And see that could be somebody else I can get on the show.
That'll be awesome. That'll be cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I'm enjoying as it is right now, not that I'm not enjoying what it is now. So.
Oh yeah. I enjoy what it is now. It's gonna continue. We're gonna have free, open time where we all can chit chat. I just want to make sure I give every vlogger that comes on chance to promote who they are. That's what it's about.
Definitely. But okay. Well, I'm going.
Sorry.
No. I really enjoyed it.
I'm a talker.
No, I'm a wife first and foremost, and I have to go in and get dinner ready.
Ooh, yes. Yes. You guys eat well tonight. Eat well.
Thank you.
Don't eat too much. Have good dessert, and have a groovy night.
Thank you. Have a good evening, and thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there it is, folks. Test show number 3. Number 3 in the books. We're getting it hammered out. Like I said, it's just a little time. I want to make sure we get some good people on board. I want to make sure. I just want to make sure everything goes smoothly for what's taking place here, because I don't want to go 5, 6, 7 shows down the road and somebody gets upset about something and that's it. We're all done. That's not what it's about. It's about cooperation. And first and foremost, sticking together and helping one and another out. So, only thing I got to figure out is how long we want to run. So far, we've, I don't know how long we've been running. Let me look. I'll look over here real quick. So, we got an hour and, 15 minutes so far. Not bad. Not bad. So it would either be an hour and a half show or a 2 hour show. Because if we have quite a few on, I don't think an hour is enough time to get everybody doing what they like to do. So maybe an hour and a half, 2 hour show. Time slot maybe around 7-ish, 7 o'clock, 7:30, probably 7 o'clock. So we're hammering it out. I'll get it all figured out. This is really cool. I'm glad Brother Mark joined us. I appreciate it. Alma, I'm very grateful Alma joined us. I'll do this again. It's fun. It's just a great way to get to know fellow vloggers and get your material out there. Like I said, we'll have different vloggers on board, and once in a while, we'll have celebrity guests and celebrity vloggers. So that means yours truly need to get on the old ball and start asking some people to join us sometime. So I got some great ideas brewing in my head and all that jazz. So yeah, until I see you fine folks on the next The Vloggers Show. And once again, like I said, I want to thank Brother Mark Fun Jones for creating the artwork on The Vloggers Show. I really do appreciate that, brother man. And totally hip to being on board. I'm grateful for that one because, you know, sometimes it's really hard to be on a live talk show. It really is. And Alma, once again, thank you. So, like I said, I'll see you guys on the next show. We might have one more test show. I don't know. Might be the actual live vloggers or the vloggers. I can't say that. I'm so used to saying that one. The Vlogger Show. Because I want to make sure it's for the vloggers. That's what it is. Just, folks, enjoy your adventures in the vlogging world. Just enjoy your adventures vlogging because, you know, like I said, take a moment, step out of the day, enjoy it, have fun. Peace, love, and vlogs.